Recording in progress.
Namaste everyone.
Namaskaram, Srendran.
Namaskara. Who just joined us? Unknown host. Who is that? Oh, so I see. Okay.
Sorry, it's me, Sindhura.
No problem. Just
Change
wondering
the
who it is.
device.
No problem. Just wondering who it is. Okay. Let's start. So let's start with the usual Ganesha and Guru Prarthana. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Hari Om.
Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Gurya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay, let's just do it quick. I'm not going to go through every shloka we completed up to now. Maybe we will do some of them. Maybe Chaitraji, can you start chant couple of any two morning Prabhata shlokas, please?
Which one do you want me to do it?
Anyone.
Yeah. Can you share the screen, please? Uttishta Uttishta Govinda Uttishta Garudadvaja Uttishta Kamala Kanta Trailokyam Mangalam Kuru. Hare Krishna Shanka Chakra Gadhadhara Sarvada Sarvato Mahyam Kuru Madhava Rakshanam.
Thank you. Yeah, Jainathanji, can you try this one, please?
Prithivi Sagandha Sarasa
Tatapaha
Tatapaha Sparshija Vayu Jabaldam Cha Dejaha
Jwalitam Cha.
Jvalidam Cha Dejaha Nabha Sagastam Mahasta Sahisva Kurvandu Sarve Mama Suprabhadam.
Nabha Sashabdam Mahata Sashaiva
Maha Sabaktam Maha Sabaiva
Sahaiva
Sahaiva Kurvan
Kurvantu Sarve Mama Suprabhatam.
That's not very familiar to me.
Can you try this one, please?
Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Madhusudanaha Mangalam Devaki Putro Mangalam Garudatvaja.
Thank you. Geeta ji, can you please try this?
सर्व मंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके
शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। कपिलं दर्पणं भानुं कपिलं दर्पणं भानुं भाग्यवन्तच्च भूपतिम् आचार्यम् अन्नदातारं प्रातः पश्येत पतिव्रताम्।
Thank you. Okay, we did Guru.
गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
Okay, thank you. Who joined us? Jashwin.
Hi.
Hi. Can you try this one, please? Next one.
So can I have a little bit of help?
Yeah, sure. Gurave sarvalokanam.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Gurave sarvalokanam.
Gurave sarvalokanam
Nidhaye
nityaye
sarvavidyanam.
sarvavidyanam
Shri
Shri
Dakshina Murtaye
Dakshina
Murtaye
Murtahe
Namaha.
Namaha.
Is it your first class, Jashwin?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for joining. Raj Krishna ji.
Singing.
Yeah, please.
पदामौली पर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् अकृतिं स्मरते तेन विघ्ना प्रणाश्यतिं सिद्ध्यन्ते च मनोरथः।
Apada Mauli
मौली
Paryantam
गुरूणाम् अकृतिं स्मरते
Akrutim
आकृतिं स्मरते स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः
Pranashyantim
सिद्ध्ये च मनोरथः।
Siddhyanti cha Manorathaha. Thank you. Who is not done? Shobita ji. We have not covered this. 1 second. I'll pick the one we completed.
Sorry. Vakratunda Mahakaya. Sorry. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Sorry, I don't know what's happened to my throat. Gajananam Bhutaganaatisevitam Kapittajambo Falasara Pakshitam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakaranam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam.
Thank you. Can you please try this, Kalaji? Hello. Think we have some microphone problem.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
मूषिकवाहन मोदकहस्ता चामरकर्ण विलम्बित सूत्रा वामनरूपा महेश्वरपुत्रा
Maheshwara.
महेश्वरपुत्रा विघ्नविनायकपादनमस्ते। गोविंद
Sorry. Yeah, try that. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
गोविन्देति सदा स्नानं गोविन्देति सदा जपं गोविन्देति सदा ध्यानं सदा गोविन्दकीर्तनं गोविन्द 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 गोविन्द।
Thank you. Thank you. I know most of you have sent recordings as well. It's nice to see everyone practicing, and again, pronunciation is very good. With almost everybody's done a very good job with pronunciation. If anyone has not sent recordings up to now, it's fine. No need to send, but just for me to see whether you're on the right track, can you please send me in the next week, maybe pick any 5-6 shlokas and send me the recording, please, just to see if there is anything that's going wrong. Then I can correct and I can correct those changes. Okay. Otherwise, we will start with today's shlokas. The first one I'm going to cover today is again in the purification, cleansing, snana, and then that space. So theme, the first one in that, so I think we covered 3 last week: Gange Chamune Chaiva, Ganga Gangetiyo Bruyat, and then Govindeti Sada Snanam. So this one, Apavitra Pavitro Vam Sarvavastongasto Bivayat Narit Pundarikaksham Sabahya Bandrashuji. So this one again normally is chanted when you sit on puja or anything. Is chanted, you hold a spoon of water and then sprinkle your body with saying you're purifying yourself by chanting Pundarikaksha, that is Vishnu. Okay, the one who has lotus eyes. So remembering him, we sabha. So apavitra pavitro va. So apavitra means impure. Pavitra means pure. So apavitra pavitro va sarvavastam gatopi va. So gatopi va means wherever that's been gone, whatever that happened, sarvavastam. So whatever the status we have been, whatever that happened, whatever that's gone, whether it is pure or impure, everything, Yasmaret Pundarikaksham. So if you remember Pundarikaksha, Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sa Bahyabhyantara Shuchihi. Sa and Bahya, it should be H here. So Sa Bahyabhyantara Shuchihi. Bahya means outside. Antara means inside. So Bahyabhyantara Shuchi, inside and outside, both is purified by remembering Pundarikaksha. So Apavitra Pavitro Vam Sarvavastangato Piva Yasmaret Pundarikaksham Sabahyabhyantara Shuchihi. Apavitra pavitro vam sarvavastangatopi vam yasmaret pundarikaksham sabahyabhyantara shuchihi. Can someone please try? Who is did not?
Suchiki means purifies.
Shuchi means clean. Okay.
Clean.
What is Gato? Gato Piva?
Gato means whatever that happened. Gata means in the past that happened. So whatever the stages, avastha means anything that happened, any stage situations that happened, whether it is pure or impure. So up to now, whatever that happened, everything by remembering Pundarikaksha, inside and outside, we become clean, purified.
So pavitra and suchihi are same meaning. Pavitram is pure.
Pavitram is again purification, pure, and it is more. Shuchihi is clean. Okay, pavitra means pure. So that's slight difference. Pure is more sacred term. Let's say
Sacred,
pavitra is more sacred. So who is not done? Padmaji, can you please try this? Couple of times, please. Thank you. Apavitra pavitro vam sarvavastangatopi vam yasmaret pundarikaksham sabahyabhyantara shuchihi. So again, I think in the very first lesson, I said purification, having a bath every day is important. Okay, so when before we do any puja, there was, can't remember, someone asked a question offline. If we take bath, shower, bath in the morning and doing puja in the evening, take prayers in the evening, do we need to take bath again? So the answer is, before you do any puja, you have to be clean. Okay, so there is bahya bantra, again, inside and outside you should feel clean and pure. So whether you take bath in, again, snana in the evening before you do puja, it's better if you do. If you don't do it, at least it says pancha indriyas you have to wash. There's 2 hands, legs and face you wash, and then you do puja. Okay, so again, the key thing is when you sit in the puja, you don't feel like, oh, I'm feeling sweaty, I'm feeling smelly. And if you feel yourself, you start feeling I'm unclean, then you can't focus. You can't do meditation, you can't do puja. So make sure if you think you're not clean, then take a bath. That's recommended. So, but at least once, that's assuming morning you had a shower, you had a bath. Then evening, you don't need to take if you wash your hand, palm, and if you feel you are clean. Okay, but if you're not feeling mentally, because it's all, again, once you take shower, you feel better. When you sit for meditation, you feel better. So that's why it's good to take shower. But if you can't, if you feel good, then you can at least chant one of these mantra, pavitra pavitra, one sprinkle. That's again another type of snana called mantra snana. So you can do mantra snana. So you can do that. That's again, if you feel outside, you feel clean and you just want to purify inside, then you can chant Pundarikaksha and then purify inside. Okay, the next one I'm just going to cover is, I think we covered Apadamoli Bharyantam previously, Dakshinamurti and main Guru Shloka we covered. So this is again another Dakshinamurti Shloka. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine. That means, so Ishvara, that means the God, Lord. Guru Atmeti, so Guru Atmeti. So in Guru's Atma, we see in Guru and Atma in ourselves. So there is no difference. Okay. So Murti Veda Vibhagine, there is no difference in those forms. Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya. Vyoma means sky, Brahmanda, you can call. Okay, space. So not sky, sorry, Brahmanda, space. So Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya, that means covering Deha, his body, his form, everywhere. Dakshinamurti Nama. So effect, what it's saying is Dakshinamurti, he is everywhere. So that Guru is everywhere, and we can see him in the Bhagavan Ishvara. We can see him as a Guru. We can see in our Atma as well. So we can see in ourselves. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine. Focus here. Bheda Bha Vibha Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha.
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः.
One more time, please.
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः.
The next one is easy. So again, this is Guru. I classed another Guru, but it could be Mata, Pita, Acharya, Atiti. So Mata, mother, Pitru, Pita, that is father, Acharya is Guru, the teacher, Atiti is the guest, Devo Bhava means all are equal to their God. They are all divine form. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atiti Devo Bhava.
Matrodevo
भव
Yeah,
पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव मातृदेवो भव
Bha, Bha.
पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव.
Thank you. Next one, I got 2, 3 here for Shankaracharya, Madhvacharya, and Ramanuja. So again, depending on whether you follow Dvaita, Advaita, whichever you can chant. So let's cover Shankaracharya one this week. So again, I picked one thing I'll say here is when you think about gurus, just like Guru selects their shishyas, their students, disciples, whoever they want to select and whatever they want to teach, the students also, shishyas also have right to pick the right Guru. Okay. When you pick Guru, make sure that somebody who is, I mean, the reason I say this is because today's world, you see lots of gurus. Okay. And in the last few centuries, everybody has become a guru. So follow who is actually telling you something, who is guiding you based on what Vedas say. Okay, if somebody is based on the Vedas, giving you some path, showing you some direction based on the Vedas, follow them just because there are somebody doing magical powers or a lot of publicity. You can listen to them. There may be something you can still learn, but when you think gurus who can give you the knowledge, think about who can give you, like Shankaracharya. Whether it doesn't matter whether it is Advaita, Advaita, or Vishittadvaita, whichever it is, because all of them take you to the final destination, that knowledge in one way or other. There are different paths. Ultimately, everybody takes to the same place, but make sure you pick the right one, or you pick the one who gives you that knowledge, which will help you in that. So here, Shankaracharya Shruti, Shloka, Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. So Shruti, that means that's heard, the Vedas. Smriti, that means Purana, Itihasas, everything. Smriti, Purana, all this. Shruti, Smriti, Purananam, Alayam, Karunalayam. That is, so who is Karunalaya? Karunalaya means he is the compassionate one. He is the kind one. Okay. Namami Bhagavat Padam, the Bhagavat Pada, that means he is the Bhagavan Shankaram, Loka Shankaram. He is the Shankara Bhagavat Pada, Namami to Shankaram. So Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram.
Shruti Smriti Puranam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram.
One more time.
Shruti Smriti Puranam Alayam
Purananam.
Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram.
Thank you. Okay. There is one more here in Ganesha Shloka. Let's cover that. I think we covered the previous one. Agajanana is covered last week, so let's try this one. This is the Shloka. I took it from Sangatanachana Ganesha Stotra. It's from that Stotra, this Shloka. Pranamya Shirasa Devam Gauriputram Vinayakam Bhaktavasam Smare Nitya. So here again I put that in brackets. So Nitya Ayushya Kama Artha Siddhaye. Okay, Nitya Ayushya Kama Kamartha Siddhaye. Bhaktavasam Smare Nityayushya Kamartha Siddhaye. So Pranamya, that means Namaste, Shirasa Devam. Okay, so I bow my head to Devam, to the Lord Ganesha, Gauri Putra, Gauri's son, Vinayakam. He is the one who removes all the obstacles. Bhaktavasam, that means he resides in these devotees. Smare Nityam, so that means remembering him every day. Ayushya, that means long life. Kama, that means our desires. Artha, that means wealth. Siddhaye, that means he will, that all that will be attained, will be.
Is it ka or ka in Ayush Kama? It's because in English you have written ka and in this thing Devanagari it says ka. So which one is the correct one?
This H should go. Ayush
Okay.
Kama. For some reason that's showing. Ayush Kamartha Siddhaye. Pranamya Shirasa Devam Gauri Putra Vinayakam Bhakta Vasam Smare Nitya Yushka Martha Siddhaye. Pranamya Shirasa Devam Gauri Putra Vinayakam Bhakta. You can split also. Instead of Bhakta Vasam, you can say Bhakta Avasam. Smare Nitya Ayush Kama Artha Siddhaye. Bhakta Vasam Smare Nitya Yushka Martha Siddhaye. Can someone please try?
प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रविनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरे नित्या आयुष्कामार्थसिद्धये.
Thank you. Okay. So just on the, I think last week I just talked about a little bit about how we have multiple forms of the God, and today again continuing on the same thing, same theme on what in the Sanatana Dharma, Vaidika Dharma, what are the key fundamentals. One of the thing in Sanatana Dharma fundamental thing is rebirth. Okay, so everybody death is a certain thing for after birth, and after death birth is again decided. Okay, it's certain. So that cycle continues. So there is three things that can happen after death. You probably will, you, me, everybody, we all will get either birth in a higher birth, or we get a lower birth, or in the same type of birth, or the fourth one, which is the ultimate one, moksha, which hopefully we'll talk in the coming weeks, moksha. Okay, so I think so it's actually just like why we have this rebirth concept is everything we have. So this body is, there's body and then there is Atma. Okay, so the Atma is eternal, that stays and that comes from the Brahman, and it goes back to him, it resides in him, and then it comes back, it takes another form. So the whatever we do when we get this human birth, again human birth is the most desired birth. Okay, and because this is the only birth, this is the only form where you can do karma, you can do your duties, and you can attain the ultimate thing, which is the moksha. Okay, so that's the only form. I mean, there are very few examples where animals also attained moksha, but that's because of their previous history. In the previous birth, they were doing a lot of penances and other things, so that's why they attained. So you get Gajendra moksha, for example in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, an elephant getting moksha. So that's things like that you will hear, but Garuda Purana, for example, said it may take thousands and thousands of years to get human birth. You may get, unless you're born as a human being, you won't acquire that knowledge which is required to attain the moksha. So whenever someone gets human birth, the ultimate, it is an opportunity for us to aim towards that moksha. And that's why as long as this body remains intact, we should practice dharma, and that's the only way we say it's this body can be must be used so that we get that we go towards that moksha. So what happens is when this again, Garuda Puran talks a lot about this rebirth and what type of life everyone gets and how what happens based on our karma. Okay, so in again, everybody gets multiple but thousands of birth, I said. So in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, for example, Bahuni me vatitani janmani tava charjuna tanyam veda sarvani nattam veta parantapa. That means there are multiple lives have come, births have come and gone. I remember all this, you don't remember. Okay, so why we normally don't remember is, for example, is because Garuda Purana again and also Garbha Upanishad, they talk about when when the Atma enters into womb of mother's womb, so it remembers everything in the 9th month, it remembers everything and then it thinks about all the things it has to go through in the life because of the previous life's karma. But then the moment it comes out, it forgets everything because of the Maya. And it forgets everything. What happened in the previous life, it forgets everything. And the child, when in the mother's womb, it remembers everything that Atma remembers and say, okay, I'm going to suffer all these things because of what I did in the previous, or I'm going to benefit because of all this. So people, we see some people are evil. They're not following the right things, but they still are doing very well in life. Okay, why they are doing, or some people are so generous, so kind, charitable, and they're doing all the right things, but they're suffering a lot. Why it is? Because it relates to the previous birth. So again, our karma, Puranas talk about in three types of karma: sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, agami karma. So sanchita is something that's built up, that's there, that's carried, and a little bit of it becomes prarabdha karma, added from our previous life, whatever we did, and a little bit of sanchita karma that becomes prarabdha. That means our destiny is kind of defined, whatever happens, but how we reach that destiny is based on our karma, how we reach our duty in this life. Okay, so so if something is going to happen to me, that's already defined, but how that reaches, how I reach that destiny is something based on my karma. And then that karma builds up and that defines whether I reach heaven or hell or whatever it is I reach. So that defines, and then after a time in heaven or hell, it comes back to another life. So again, if I went to hell, I might get as an life as an animal, or I might get life as an human being in a higher birth. So this again, rebirth is a concept. I think we will come back again when we come to moksha and other karma and other things. We'll hear about this rebirth concept again and again. So this is something in Hinduism and in Sanatana Dharma is a core concept, rebirth. So that's key. Again, we are nearly 10 minutes out of over time. Thanks everyone for staying. So we'll just quickly do Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Narayanaya Namaha. Hri Om.